How's it going, everyone? Knock here, and today I'm going to show you the resume that got me an internship offer for MLB and Target. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go through my resume top to bottom here. Again, this is the resume that got me at least to the interview stage with Target and MLB, but I cannot disclose any information within those interviews as if they were technical or what the coding questions were. For that, some of that information is publicly available, and I recommend you to research that on your own. But for this video, I will just be going over the resume that got me to that point for the position. So to start here, up at the top is going to be education. You always want to make sure you try to list your education up there first. You can follow this format for your own resume if you so want. I do have a little bit of this redacted out just for personal information and for my privacy, but you can go ahead and pretty much follow the same format. So here up at the top, again, education is going to be, I went to the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. I am a Gopher, and I went into the College of Science and Engineering with going in to study a bachelor's degree of computer science. You're going to find that most internships will want you to make sure that you are still going to be a college student by the time you are returning at the end of that summer, or within 6 months of graduation. That will vary depending on the opening. But then you can see here I listed my GPA. It was around the 3.5 plus area if you would like that for your personal reference. Up next is going to be the experience that I listed here. Again, you're going to want to make sure that you look at the job opening for this to make sure that you list out the keywords that are being looked for by the resume scanners and the bots that automatically will toss out or move your resume forward depending on if you satisfy all the job criteria. So for this, I listed these two experiences here. One of them was me being a code sensei with Code Ninjas. I did that for a summer, and it was mainly me leading a Roblox camp. You can see I listed the 2 bullet points here with how I had to structure the course material for the entire week, and then it was over 100 students collectively between the ages of 7 through 14. Again, this was a Roblox camp, so I was teaching fundamental development principles with coding in the language Lua, and then taught them how to test their changes to make sure that it met all the requirements. Then you see here, the next thing I was a cashier. This was because this was the only other position that I had held before being a code sensei. I was a cashier, which was really helpful as that allowed me to show my communication, some more of the soft skills that I developed from this position. You want to make sure that you find a way to demonstrate that as well, if that is listed on the job description. Moving right along is the projects, and these were here, again, a great way for me to demonstrate some of my technical knowledge and work that I was doing outside and within the classroom. That way, if they were looking for proof that I knew what I was doing, I know I have proof of this tech stack, I have proof of that I have knowledge of it, then this is where you want to list that here. So if say the opening is looking for a React developer or someone with front-end experience or developing databases or APIs, you want to make sure you try to find experiences and projects that are structured around that. So the first experience I have here is esports at UMN club website. The MLB and Target positions were looking for someone familiar with front end with JavaScript, TypeScript, and React. And what better way to list that than with a website that I was making for one of the clubs I was affiliated with at the University of Minnesota. So again, I was the leader of the development team tasked to create the club's website using HTML, CSS, and React. Again, you're going to want to make sure you have those words written there on your resume for the bot to detect that before it automatically tosses it out. So just make sure to list those there and find a way to do it, taking up the whole line of the resume, wasting as little white space as possible. Then again, it was also my opportunity to show that I knew how to be a leader as well, with delegating responsibilities through a communications platform such as Discord to increase productivity and efficiency. And you'll see here for one of the projects I did for one of my classes for the senior software project, it was the Stroke Scanner, which is actually an open source document or open source code repository by Target to enhance security, just to see if any images or files that are coming in have hidden messages using steganography within them, and that was a great experience that I had there, so I made sure to list that under projects as well. It also showed a way that I can collaborate with the team and work with the team, as well with someone supervising and mentoring me and the others in that process. And last but not least, here at the bottom I have some activities that I was doing just to show my involvement outside the classroom, and not that I just stay inside studying all day in my apartment or in my dorm room. So to start here, I was the director director of content with the University of Minnesota Rocket League Club, where it would be a lot that I would be involved with surrounding content creation, finding ways to expand the audience, and also participating in weekly officer meetings. This was really helpful in demonstrating, especially with Major League Baseball, how they are always looking to expand the game to new audiences. This is something that really helped me out with being welcome into that intern class, so that way I would have proof that, hey, I might have a few ideas of how to expand the game. I actually ended up working with a couple of people during my internship there about some brainstorming with some other interns of how to potentially increase viewership and reach newer audiences. So that was just a little thing that helped me stand out maybe a little bit better with my resume when applying to Major League Baseball. Again, you want to make sure you take into mind the company that you're applying for and the position to see if you can provide unique insights, of how you can contribute to broadening their audience and their reach. And the last thing, to be more technical, I was a programmer for the University of Minnesota Video Game Development Club. We worked on a little bit of a smaller game through Unity, and it was a great way for me to show more of a unique tech stack with a object-oriented programming language and using an engine and connecting it all together. And there was also some guest speakers in there, so I made sure to make note of that there was some guidance and some mentoring taking place in there as well, just to show that I am responsive to feedback and know how to implement it into my own projects to show my knowledge and understanding of the material. And essentially that's it for the resume that got me in. This is the exact resume. I have it saved on my computer for many years now. In terms of what should you expect to have on your resume, again, you will want to make sure you review the job qualifications and the internship position to see what the company you are applying to is looking for specifically. You'll want to structure your resume around that. In terms of what kind of experience or projects or activities you should have, again, that is dependent on your situation, on your needs, and the job that you are after. If you want someone with, say, Microsoft or Amazon, you'll probably likely want to have a high GPA with a lot of projects that show a wide range of skills and a diverse tech stack. Whereas if you're looking for something smaller and more local scale, then you might be able to get away with a little bit more flexibility there. But just make sure you have in mind exactly what you are looking for your internship openings. I recommend always researching the year before you plan on applying, researching the openings and the qualifications. That way you can make a list of everything you already have that they're looking for and what you need to have learn in that time for next year applying. If you have say you are already in the internship position as well and you didn't get the company that you wanted to, then you can always research the full-time positions at the company you want to see then what you can try to learn on the job as an intern at said company or a different company, and then that way you can then continue to grow your resume. It's a lot of work, but trust me, it all pays off if you are after that one job to work for that one company that you've always dreamed of. Trust me, it's all worth it. Put in the work and it will pay off in the end. Otherwise, then that is going to wrap up this video. I do plan on making one more resume video showing the full-time resume that I submitted that got me my job at Target currently. So I will be uploading that video sometime here shortly, so that way it can help you guys out there learn what is expected for some companies and what kind of structure you can use on your resume. Please be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that way you don't miss out when I upload that video. If you like this video and this content, please be sure to let me know by leaving a like on the video and comment below if you have any questions, and I will try to respond in a timely manner. Until then, my name is TitanHawk17, wishing you all a fantastic rest of your day, wherever you may be.